In Squid Game, loyalty is a death sentence, and betrayal is the only way to win. From the very first episode, we see alliances forming, people clinging to each other in a desperate attempt to survive. But when billions of one are on the line, friendships turn into betrayals, and trust becomes the most dangerous gamble of all. Some players prove their loyalty until their dying breath.
You got a reason to get out of this place. But I don't.
While others stabbed their closest allies in the back the moment it benefited them. So today, we're ranking the most loyal versus the biggest backstabbers in Squid Game. Who was the most trustworthy player? Who made the coldest betrayal? And in the end, did loyalty actually help anyone survive? We're about to break it all down, but one thing's for sure. In Squid Game, betrayal is not just an option, it's a strategy. Loyalty is rare in Squid Game. With death lurking around every corner, trusting someone means putting your life in their hands. But a few players proved that even in the darkest moments, humanity still exists. Ali Abdul, player 199. Ali Abdul was, without a doubt, one of the most loyal and pure-hearted players in the game. From the moment he saved Gi-hun from falling in red light, green light, it was clear that Ali wasn't just here to survive. He genuinely cared about others. He never hesitated to help his team, always putting their well-being above his own. He saw Sang-woo as a mentor, trusting him completely, but that trust led to his tragic downfall. In the marble game, Ali was betrayed in the most heart-wrenching way when Sang-woo tricked him into handing over his marbles. Ali's biggest weakness? He believed loyalty was enough to survive, but in Squid Game, kindness is a liability. Hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown of loyalty versus betrayal in Squid Game, I need your help. I'm trying to reach 100 subs by the end of this week, so if you could hit that subscribe button, it would mean a lot. Alright, let's dive back into the video. Ji Yong, player 240. Ji Yong wasn't in Squid Game to win. She had nothing to go back to, no family, no home. But in the short time she spent with Kang Se-byuk, she formed a bond that was deeper than survival. During the marble game, when everyone else was betraying their partners, Ji Yong did the unthinkable. She willingly gave up her life so Se-byuk could move forward. She knew Se-byuk had a reason to fight, and in her final moments, she made the ultimate sacrifice.
I have nothing.
What?
You got a reason to get out of this place. But I don't.
In a game filled with deception, Ji Yong's loyalty wasn't just rare, it was heroic, and it left one of the biggest emotional scars on the audience. Kang Se-byuk, player 067. Se-byuk wasn't the most trusting player, but when she cared about someone, she was fiercely loyal. Her priority was her younger brother, whom she wanted to rescue from an orphanage, but along the way, she formed genuine connections with Ji Yong and even Gi-hun in her final moments. Despite her cold demeanor, Se-byuk was one of the few who never truly betrayed anyone. She played fair, never deceived her allies, and even in her weakest moment, she tried to warn Gi-hun about Sang-woo's intentions. Her loyalty may have cost her, though. If she had trusted no one, could she have survived? In Squid Game, betrayal isn't just about deception, it's about survival. Some players embraced this brutal reality, choosing to turn on their closest allies when it suited them, and in the end, their actions led to some of the most shocking moments in the series. Sang-woo, player 218. If there's one player who truly embodied the phrase survival at any cost, it was Cho Sang-woo. He started as a seemingly level-headed strategist, but the deeper he got into the game, the more ruthless he became. His biggest betrayal? Ali Abdul. Sang-woo took advantage of Ali's trust, swapping his marbles for a bag of stones and walking away without a shred of remorse.
Sang-woo? Sang-woo? Where are you? Sang-woo? Sang-woo, hello? I'm done with this side.
But this wasn't his only act of deception. He also tried to manipulate Gi-hun in the final round, and he mercilessly pushed a man to his death in the Glass Bridge challenge. Sang-woo wasn't evil, he was desperate. But in Squid Game, desperation breeds monsters. Deok-soo, player 101. Jang Deok-soo was never one to play fair. From the moment he entered the game, he made it clear he would kill, lie, and betray anyone if it meant staying alive. His biggest betrayal came when he turned on his own gang, abandoning them the moment he sensed danger. He thrived on intimidation, forming alliances only to break them when they no longer served him. But in a poetic twist of fate, he met his end the same way he lived, through betrayal. The one person he thought he controlled, Han Min-yo, pulled him down to his death, proving that in Squid Game, karma always comes back around. Unlike the players, The frontman wasn't fighting to survive. He was running the entire game. The biggest twist? He was In-ho, the long-lost brother of police officer Jun-ho. His betrayal wasn't just about the competition. It was personal. He turned on his own brother, shooting him without hesitation when Jun-ho tried to expose the truth. The frontman represents the darkest side of Squid Game. What happens when you abandon all morality in pursuit of power? He wasn't just a villain. He was proof that even those we trust most can betray us in the end. Throughout Squid Game, there were betrayals that didn't just eliminate players, they completely changed the course of the game. Ali Abdul was nothing but loyal, but in the marble game, Sang-woo took advantage of Ali's kindness, tricking him into handing over his marbles. Ali's heartbreaking realization, when he opened his bag and found nothing but stones, was one of the most gut-wrenching moments in the series. It showed the true nature of Squid Game. Trust will get you killed. During the Glass Bridge game, Sang-woo proved he had no limits. When a fellow player hesitated to move forward, Sang-woo shoved him to his death. It was a cold, calculated move that ensured his survival, but also showed just how far he had fallen. Deok-soo lived by betrayal, so it was only fitting that his own alliance turned against him. Han Min-yo, the woman he used and discarded, got the ultimate revenge, pulling him down with her as they both fell to their deaths. In Squid Game, betrayal isn't just strategy. It's the only way to survive. Does loyalty help you survive, or does betrayal give you an advantage? Looking at the most loyal players, Ali, Ji-young, and Se-byuk, one thing is clear. Every single one of them died because of their trust in others. Ali trusted Sang-woo, Ji-young gave up her own life, and Se-byuk, even when she knew Sang-woo was dangerous, didn't act fast enough to stop him. Meanwhile, the biggest backstabbers, Sang-woo and Deok-soo, made it far by betraying others. But did they truly win? Sang-woo, despite all his schemes, couldn't live with what he had done, and ended his own life. Deok-soo, after all his brutal betrayals, was finally outplayed. In the end, betrayal may help you survive a little longer, but it always comes back around. So if you were in Squid Game, would you choose loyalty, or would you betray to win? Loyalty and betrayal are two sides of the same coin in Squid Game. Ali, Ji-young, and Se-byuk showed that kindness still exists. But in a game built on survival, it became their downfall.
Young-yeol's gonna be okay, right?
Meanwhile, Sang-woo and Deok-soo proved that betrayal is a powerful weapon, but one that comes with consequences. So in the end, who really won? Gi-hun survived, but only after witnessing every act of treachery and losing those who were truly loyal. Was loyalty worth it? Or was betrayal the only way to survive? Let me know in the comments.